All right, we have another breadcrumb today. We are in the book of Revelation. We're in chapter 7, 8, 9, and 10 today. And lots of amazing things are happening in these chapters. Too much to obviously go into in one video, but what really was moving in my heart was these verses in chapter 7, actually. And so it's after the 144,000 have been sealed on their foreheads. I just want to read a few verses here and then just share what was in my heart. And it says in chapter 7, beginning in verse 9, "After this I saw a vast crowd too great to count, from every tribe, every nation and people and language, standing in front of the throne and before the Lamb. They were clothed in white, and they held palm branches in their hands, and they were shouting with a mighty shout, 'Salvation comes from our God on the throne and from the Lamb.' And all the angels were standing around the throne and around the elders and the four living beings, and they fell face down before the throne and worshiped God. And they said, 'Amen. Blessing and glory and wisdom and thanksgiving and honor and power and strength belong to our God forever and forever. Amen.' Then one of the 24 elders asked me, 'Who are these who are clothed in white? Where do they come from?' And I said to him, 'Sir, you are the one who knows.' And he said to me, 'These are the ones coming out of the great tribulation. They washed their robes in the blood of the Lamb and made them white. That is why they are standing in front of the throne of God, serving him day and night in the temple. And he who sits on the throne will live among them and shelter them. They will never again be hungry or thirsty, and they will be fully protected from the scorching noontime heat. For the Lamb who stands in front of the throne will be their shepherd. He will lead them to the springs of life-giving water, and God will wipe away all their tears." So, wow, what a stunning vision that God is giving the Apostle John. And as we're looking at this, every tribe, every tongue, every nation, there's a remnant. And they've come up, according to this angel here, these are believers from every tribe and tongue that have come out from the tribulation. And they've washed their robes in the blood of the Lamb. They're the redeemed of the Lamb, and they're there to worship, and they're declaring amazing truth about God. They're shouting with one shout, "Salvation comes from our God on the throne and from the Lamb." Remarkable, beautiful, really fulfillment and consummation of the plan of God that we've been reading about as we've gone through all the epistles and the book of Acts, where the word of the Lord is now gone forth, and every nation has heard it proclaimed, and these are the redeemed of the Lamb from every nation and tribe that have committed themselves to the Lord and not loved their lives so as to shrink back from death. And so we're going to see in a couple of chapters on here that actually becomes one of the famous verses in Revelation. We overcome the enemy by the blood of the Lamb, by the word of our testimony, and not loving our lives so as to shrink back from death. And these believers, they've washed their robes in the blood of the Lamb. They didn't love their lives so as to shrink back from death. They've come up from the great tribulation, and now they're going to be comforted by the presence of God, and they're ministering to him in front of the temple and in front of the Lamb. So they've got a special place of honor and comfort in this vision that John is seeing. So it really just stirs my heart when we think about the multi-ethnic, multi-generational family of God, that the gospel is breaking down all of our cultural walls, and the love of Jesus is going global. And because that love has gone global, there's going to be this beautiful family, a restored, redeemed family of worshipers and priests. And we get a glimpse of it here in Revelation chapter 7. And what a glorious sight to meditate on. Jesus talks about this idea of the table of Abraham in Matthew chapter 8, and he's speaking to a Jewish audience, and he says, many Gentiles are going to come from the east and the west and sit down at this table with Abraham and the patriarchs. And here we have this glimpse of that reality, that there's a global family of God, where even he said to Abraham, "Through you, all the families of the earth are going to be blessed." And so that's all the way back Genesis 12, and here we have Revelation 7, the fulfillment of that. And so, what a glorious vision for us to meditate on as we consider the days that we live in, and the admonition that the book of Revelation is being written so that the saints will endure, that we will put our confidence in the blood of the Lamb, the word of our testimony, and not loving our lives so as to shrink back from death, just like these saints that are here worshiping the Lamb in Revelation chapter 7. So God bless you. I hope you're enjoying and getting a lot out of this amazing book of the Bible, Revelation. Take care.